안녕하십니까? 오늘
Good
만장의
morning,
성원을
everyone.
이루어주신 축복가정 식구
I'd like to thank
평화대사
all blessed
여러분,
families, peace
진심으로
ambassadors who have
환영합니다.
come here today.
2018
I sincerely
호국
welcome you
영령
all.
회원 및
And
남북 통일 기원 결의 대회에 참석해 주신 여러분 모두를
again,
진심으로
I sincerely
환영합니다.
welcome you all to the
오늘
2018
대회는
Hyojeong Cosmic Blessing Ceremony
인류의
officiated by the true
참 부모님을
parents.
실제로 모시고
2000
한반도 분단의 역사
Today,
속에서
in attendance
의의 피를
with Heavenly
흘리신
Parent,
호국 영령을
we'll
회원해드리고
be liberating
참
our
부모님을 중심한
patriotic
남북
martyrs.
평화 통일을
And we
기원하는
would also be
결의
praying.
대회입니다.
It will be like a resolution,
귀한
determination
대회가
rally to
특별히 호국의
pray and
달이라는
hope for the unification of
6월달에
North and
우리
South
모두
Korea.
맞이하게 되었습니다. 특별히
And in
남북
particular,
통일의 새로운 힘찬 기운이
I believe that
우리가
new
살고 있는
energy
한반도를 향해서 모이고
is
있습니다.
gathering here on the
세계인들이
Korean Peninsula for the
한반도를
unification of
주시하고
North and
있습니다.
South Korea, and people around
특별히
the
오늘 이
world
시간
are
우리의 이
observing
대회를
the situation
전
of
세계인들이
North and South Korea.
인터넷 방송을
And
통해서
this event
함께
today
시청하며 동참하고 있습니다.
is live broadcasted
이러한
around the world,
뜻깊은
and many
대회에
people are
참석하신
joining us at this very
여러분들만큼
same time
오늘
around the
대회가
world. And so
마지막 끝까지
I really hope that you
대성공적으로
can
이루어질 수 있도록
endure with
자리를
us from beginning
잘
to
지켜주시기
end, so that
바랍니다.
this event today
어찌
can
보면
become very successful.
대한민국의 품격을
And
보여줄 수 있는
in a way, we can also
세계인들에게
show to the
한반도
people of the
평화
world
통일을 향한 우리의 굳은
our
의지와
strong resolution and
결의를
dignity and
보여줄 수
determination
있는
for
귀한
the unification
자리라
of the
생각되어집니다.
two Koreas.
본 대회를
And so,
축하하기 위해서
To congratulate this rally,
축하 공연이 준비되어 있습니다.
we prepared
첫 번째 팀은
performances
아주
before we
풍물단
begin the actual
안전반의
ceremony.
공연입니다. 총
We
10명의
will,
다문화 가정 부인들로 구성된
the
아주
first team that will
풍물단
be performing
안전반
is
팀의
made up
공연에
of
이어서
10
두 번째
foreign
공연으로
wives.
북한
And then
출신의
the second
새
performance
터민들
that we'll
중에서
have will be
예술을 하시던
performed
분들이
by
모여
North
결성한
Korean
통일
refugees
합창단이
that live here
공연을
in South
준비하고
Korea,
있습니다.
and they have prepared a
마지막으로
chorus.
천심
And the last
중창단의
performance
공연이 준비되어 있습니다.
has been prepared by
1세
청심
다문화
중차
축복
group,
가정과
and
2세
it
축복
consists of
가정이
first and
함께
second
어우러져
generation members
있습니다.
who
그럼
would perform
큰
together.
박수로
And so with this,
아주
let us
풍물단의
welcome them,
공연부터
the first
시작하겠습니다.
team, 아주 풍물단, everyone, with a big round of applause.
하나님 아버지,
Heavenly
저희들이 왔습니다.
Parent, we have
이
come
나라
here.
저 북쪽 땅에서
We have come from
굶어 죽고,
North Korea, where
얼어
people
죽고,
are dying from
매맞아
hunger,
죽고
from
길가에
cold,
나뒹구는
and
우리
are
형제들의
wandering on the streets.
시체를 밟고 넘으며
We had to step on the
눈보라치는 두만강
corpses of our
그
brothers and
차디찬
sisters,
강을 건네다가
cross
총에 맞아
that cold river,
어린 아들을
and my
그
son
어린 땅에
was
이
fired
양손으로
while we
묻으면서도
crossed the river.
목 놓아 소리내어
And
울
we had,
수도
I
없었던
wailed out loud, but
저희들입니다.
yet we could not cry out despite such
눈물의
circumstances.
도망강
It was a
비운의
tearful
강기슭에서
river.
병들어 오그라든 늙으신 어머님께
And when I think of my
젖
mother who
먹는
was
어린 딸을
getting
옆에 놓고
old,
중국 땅에 가서 먹을 것을 구해 가지고 온다는 약속을
and
남겨놓은
my daughter
채로
whom I left
죽음의
behind, promising that I'll
사슴을
go
중국
look for
땅에
food. And so I
도착하여
crossed the river
숨어서
and
살고
arrived in
있으면서
China and had to live
저희들은
in
고마운
hiding.
나라 대한민국
And so
자유의 나라
we're truly
하나님의
grateful for
이
South
나라를
Korea,
알게
the nation of
되었습니다.
freedom.
하여
And
모두가
so
자유를 찾아
I hope that
떠나는
everyone can really
그 길에서
find that freedom.
경찰의
So
손에
everyone
잡혀
sought for that freedom,
저
and some of
이북
us would be
땅에
caught in China
강제로
and would be like sent back again
가진
forcefully
고통
to
끝에
North Korea.
죄
But
아닌
at the end of
그
a lot of
자유를
hardships,
찾아
we're
떠났다는
able,
죄로 하여
just because
수많은
of
우리
the scene of like trying to look for
죽었으나
freedom, many of our brothers and sisters died
묵히지도
on the
못하고
way
벌어져
without,
가고 있습니다.
and many are just
저희들은
being
죽을 수
thrown away.
없었습니다.
But we
하여
could not die, we could not
저희들도
give up, and
자유를
so
찾아
we
이
decided
나라로
to
떠나는
look for freedom
길입니다.
and
저
came
몽골
and sought,
땅,
and so we crossed
눈보라치는 그
China or
땅에서
went all the way to
길을 찾아
Mongolia.
헤매던 우리
And then
형제들이
our brothers and
눈도
sisters were looking for a
감지
way to get to their destination. They couldn't,
꽁꽁 앉은 채로 죽어버렸습니다.
because if they closed their eyes, they would die
동남아로
out
오는
of
그
cold, and so they couldn't even close their
모두가
eyes in case
힘을
they
합쳐 뗏목을 못하고
died.
이름도 모르고 깊이도 모르는 그
We've
강을
known
건네다가 전길
After
폭포에
crossing
휘말려
the river,
모두가
some would even
사라졌습니다.
die, would like be will get drowned in the river or in the falls.
사람도
And yet,
울어주도 울어주지도 않는 저희들이 신세였습니다.
anyways, that's the kind of
러시아
really
땅
unfortunate situation we're in.
골목장에서
Some of us had to go
돈을
through
벌던
Russia.
저 이북의 젊은 아빠들이
So many young
자유를
fathers
맛보았습니다.
in Russia were
그들은
able to taste
그토록
of
가고
freedom.
싶고 그토록 애타게
And-
기다리는 부모 처자의 곁으로
But
가는 것을
though they wanted
고향길을 뒤로
to
하고
go back to their hometowns where their wives and children were waiting for them, they put that behind and decided to go to South Korea, the nation of freedom, where God is. And so they arrived in Seoul. And so
3만 명이 넘는
there are around 30,000 North Koreans living in South Korea, waiting for the day when the two Koreas will unite and they would be able to go back to their hometowns. Heavenly Parent,
부모님,
true parents,
저 이북 땅에도
in
어서
North
빨리
Korea,
통일이 되어
I really pray that
인간의
the two Koreas are
자유와
united as soon as
기쁨에
possible so that
하여
freedom and joy can be spread throughout the two Koreas. From the beginning,
남북 통일의 주춧돌이 되신
have
부모님의
true parents have been like the pillars in our efforts to bring about the unification of North and South Korea, and heavenly parents, almightiness through this. So we do have, through their true heavenly parents, almighty power, and true parents' works, I believe that the 38th parallel line will collapse and unity will come. Today, I hope that we can all join in our hearts, and I would like to express to my beloved Heavenly Parent And true parents, I want to give them the greatest glory and convey to them my heart of gratitude.
감사합니다. 다시 한번
Thank you. Let us give again a big round of applause to all three teams that have performed today for us, everyone.
이제 곧 본 대회를
Soon we'll be
시작하도록
beginning the
하겠습니다.
main ceremony, and so I would like to
바랍니다.
ask everyone to please remain on their seats.
안녕하십니까?
Good morning, everyone.
사회를 맡은
My name is
한국
Moon
카프회장
Sang-pil, and I'm the head
문상필입니다.
of COP Korea. I'll be your MC today.
바쁘신 가운데도
I
오늘
sincerely
이렇게
welcome and thank
만장의
you
성황을
for coming
이루어주심에
to this
진심으로
event and filling up this
감사와
venue with your
환영의
precious
인사를 올립니다.
presence.
오늘 이렇게 귀한 날
It is truly a joy to be able to hold the 2018 Hyojong Cosmic Blessing Ceremony officiated by the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind with you all on this precious day allowed to us by Heavenly Parent.
이제 곧
So
예식을
we'll soon begin the
준비된
ceremony,
예식용
and so I would like to ask
쇼를
everyone to please
착용하시고
put on their ceremonial scarves, shawls, and prepare for the ceremony in devotion. Please put your phones on vibration mode to maintain the pious and sacred atmosphere today. Distinguished guests, couple starting anew today through the blessing.
2018 호국 영영 회원님
Before we begin the 2018 liberation of patriotic martyrs and the determination rally for the unification of North South Korea, we first conduct the blessing ceremony, which is a ceremony that gives us eternal life as children of Heavenly Parent and true parents, and a ceremony that restores us to our original value. Hence, I would greatly appreciate it if everyone joins the ceremony with a heart of devotion. So from now on, we will commence the 2018 Hyojong Cosmic Blessing Ceremony for Reverend Ju Jin-tae and his wife, who are the leaders of Sub-Region 1 of FWPU for Heavenly Korea, as the officiators of this blessing ceremony. Everyone, please rise from your seats.
이어서
The officiators of this blessing ceremony, Reverend Ju Jin-tae, head of the Sub-Region 1 of Heavenly Korea, and his wife will now enter. Please welcome them with a big round of applause, everyone.
모두 자리에 앉아주시기
Everyone,
바랍니다.
please take your seats. Thank you.
지금은 성수 의식의
So we'll
순서입니다.
now be holding the holy water ceremony.
이제 주례께서
So now the officiators will bless the holy water and bequeath it to everyone. So when the officiators bequeath the holy water, we ask all holy water attendants to sprinkle the holy water on all the brides and grooms. This holy water has important meaning as it cleans all the past lives of couples who become newly resurrected. So from now on, we'll be affirming the blessing vow. So when the officiators ask your question, please reply with a strong yes. As affirmation of the blessing vows, as families who are to realize the Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, do you promise to become eternal couples who will inherit the tradition established by the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, and perfect ideal families who will strive to realize Chanulguk?
예. 거룩하고
The
성스러운
sacred, holy
서원문답이 끝났습니다.
blessing vows have
오늘
been
참석한
affirmed.
모든
So
가정은
please remember
오늘의
that the
서원문답을
blessing vows you have
역사적인
affirmed to
것으로
today
꼭 기억해
are
주시기 바랍니다.
historic.
이제 신부께서는
So now, brides,
신랑의
please
팔짱을
take
껴주시기 바랍니다.
the arms of your
혼자 대표로
grooms,
오신 분들도
and those who have
부부가
been spitting
함께한다는
alone to,
마음으로
please
두 손을
join your
모아주시기
hands
바랍니다.
with a heart that your
이어서
couple or
주님께서
your partner
새
is also
출발하는
participating with
신랑
you
신부들을
today.
위해
So now,
축복을
the officiators will
해주시겠습니다.
give the blessing prayer for the brides and grooms starting anew today.
천지를 창조하신 창조주 하늘 부모님, 그 하늘 부모님의 독생자
Heavenly Parent, the creator of this universe, I sincerely thank you for bestowing on us
재창조하시기 위해
in order to
구세주
create,
메시아
recreate the world. You have sent the Savior and the Messiah, the true parents on earth, and the true parents,
영원하신 천지인 참
our
부모님,
eternal true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind have completed their mission. And today we are on this
5월 11일
on the 11th day of the 5th month of the 6th year of Cheonalguk, here in HH Cheonan Complex, the completed Garden of Eden
청화 월드센터에서
at Cheongshin Peace World Center.
천지인 참 부모님 효정 천주 축복식
We
2018을
are
허락하여 주시고
I sincerely thank you for bestowing on us the special grace to hold this 2018 Hyojeon Cosmic Blessing today, on this precious day, led through the true love of heavenly tribal,
통당하는 어린 자녀들을
your children
오늘 아벨권의
who have been suffering
신정동
under
메시아의 손에 이끌려
the chains of Satan,
축복을
have been led
주시는
here today
천지인
through the
참
heavenly
부모님
tribal
품속에
Messiah,
왔사오니
and have come into the embrace of true
천지인 참
parents.
부모님이시여
So true
긍휼히
parents,
여기시고
please have compassion
이들을
on
축복하여
them
주시사
and bless them all.
통일가의 축복의 전통에 의하여
And
이 모든 새로운
through the
축복
tradition
가정들이
of the unification of movement,
하늘
enable all these
부모님과
newly
천진
blessed
참부모님을
families
담고
to be able to resemble you, Heavenly Parent, and true parents, and practice true
천국의
love
참된 주인들은
and become
자녀들이 될
true
수 있도록
owners of
축복하여
Cheonalguk.
주시옵소서.
Please bless them that they become such
천지인
families.
참부모님께서 내려주신 실체 말씀을
Through the substantial words conveyed to us by the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, enable them to make those words into their bread,
이제 저희들도
their
신종족
bread
메시아가
of life,
되어서
and that they can also do Hundoke and become also heavenly tribal messiahs themselves, so that they can liberate the entire world by completing their heavenly tribal messiah mission. So please guide them and bless them so that they may be able to accomplish that. And with
천상에 있는 모든 가인권의 자녀들을
enable all the Cain children here on the physical world and spiritual world to be able to please bless them so that they can fulfill their responsibilities, so that they can complete their heavenly tribal messiah mission. Please allow us your authority so that they can inherit this tradition of the unification movement. Please bless again these couples here today, and I prayed all this under my name, Blessed Central Family and leader of South Region 1 of FFWPK, Reverend Ju Jin Tae. I report all this with a heart of gratitude, Aju.
여러분 귀한 축도를 해주신
Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a warm round of applause to express our gratitude for the blessing prayer given by the officiators. So now, the officiators will proclaim that the blessing has been finalized. Proclamation of the blessing marriage. We proclaim in front of the entire cosmos that all these couples attending the 2018 Hyojeon Cosmic Blessing Ceremony allowed by the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind on the 11th day of the 5th month in the 6th year of Cheonalguk to have officially received the holy blessing through the grace of Heavenly Parent and true parents.
이것으로
So with this,
2018 천지인 참부모
the
교정
2018 Hyojong Cosmic Blessing Ceremony has been established and proclaimed in front of everyone. Everyone, please congratulate yourselves for a big round of applause, everyone. Again, let us give a big round of applause to all the brides and grooms who have received the blessing today. So now, the officiators will recede, and please give them again another round of applause as they recede from the stage.
다시 한번
Once more,
호국 영영 회원 및 남북 통일
members,
결의대 가장 첫 번째
the first step,
순서로서
the first program of this
맞이하게
2018
됨을
Liberation of
하나님 앞에
Patriotic Martyrs and Revolution. I thank you thank you all for coming here, and this would become an opportunity for us. That was a blessing ceremony that would cleanse ourselves from all our past. And those who have received the blessing today, the brides and grooms, are all here with us today. So everyone has. Please give again another big round of applause to the heroes of the day, to the brides and grooms receiving the blessing again.
그러한 뜻깊은 의식에
So,
이어서
following this significant ceremony, we'll now hold the liberation of the main ceremony of the liberation of martyrs, patriotic martyrs of Korea, and resolution rally for the unification of North and South Korea. And now many people around the world are participating in this rally via live broadcast. And I believe that I hope that we can all really show our new determinations and resolution for the unification of North and South Korea through this rally. So I really hope that everyone can, endure with us, so that we can really show the world that how resolved we are for the unification of North and South Korea. So everyone who has come here, so I would like to ask you to please endure till the very end, to keep your seats, so that this rally does not just become our own rally, but a rally where people around Korea and around the world are participating. And I hope it becomes such a successful rally. And so next will be,
특별한 은사가 있는 효정
it's now time to
봉헌서를
dedicate the
봉헌하는
Hyojong offering
시간입니다.
papers, which contains Heavenly Parent's special grace.
효정 봉헌서는
The Hyojong offering paper is like a report and letter written to Heavenly Parent by blessed families who were reborn in God's good lineage through the blessing.
서신으로서
And
독생자,
these
독생의
offering
탄생지,
papers is dedicated toward the liberation of patriots, patriotic martyrs who sacrificed their lives for the Korean Peninsula, which is the birthplace of God's only begotten Son and daughter, and contains our hope that eternal peace and unification is attained centered on the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. The 6 district leaders of Sub-Region 1 will carry and put the box of all the collected Hyojong offering papers on the prepared platform.
전지인 참 부모님께
Bow
경배.
to true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind.
바로 봉헌
Offering.
전지인 참 부모님께 경배
Bow to true
바로
parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. You
다시
will
한번
receive now.
효정
Everyone,
봉헌서의 귀한 봉헌의
we
시간을
have
맡겨주신
offered
하늘
these
부모님과 참
precious
부모님께
Hyojong
감사의
offering papers, so
박수를
let us give
올리겠습니다.
again a round of applause to Heavenly Parent and true parents for allowing this to take place.
다음은
Next,
천운상속
we'll have
찬양 역사
a
시간입니다.
Chanyang session for the inheritance of
역사
heavenly
시간에는
fortune.
상의를
And
모두
during the
흰색
Chanyang
셔츠로
session, all
통일하게
participants
되어
are
있습니다.
asked to wear white
밖에서는
t-shirts,
모두
And so I'll be grateful if you can all take off your jackets so that everyone has matching white t-shirts on. And Director Lee Ki-sung of the Cheongpyeong Training Center, Vice Director Lee Myung-kwan, and the Chanyang team from Cheongpyeong Training Center will lead us in the next 30 minutes through zealous works of the Holy Spirit. So please welcome them with a big round of applause when they come out.
식구 여러분 안녕하세요.
Brothers and sisters, good morning.
네, 다시 한번 인사드리겠습니다.
Again, I
여러분,
greet you all
안녕하세요.
one more time. Good morning, everyone.
네, 만나서 반갑습니다.
I am truly happy to be here with you. Before we begin the Chanyang session, everyone, I would like to make a few announcements. When doing the Chanyang session, you need to clap your hands really hard, and because we'll be basically doing ansu in order from the head all the way to our feet. And so when doing first verse 1 and 2, please do ansu on people on your right, and then verse 3 and 4, those on your left, to do ansu on the people that are on your left. So now all the Chanyang team will greet you all, everyone. 경배. So from now on, we'll begin the Chanyang session of the day.
청평
back clapping.
시작. 성가 준비. 야. 성가는 성운의 은사. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. 즐겨하며 항상 찬송하리 큰 영광 한 기쁨 새 소망 역사 나 이제 즐겨하며 항상 찬송하리 큰 영광 영원히 역사 나 이제 즐겨하며 항상 찬송하리 큰 영광 대가시 역사 성심을 나 이제 즐겨하며 항상 찬송하리 큰 영광 영원한 나 이제 즐겨하며 항상 찬송하리 큰 영광 한 기쁨 새 소망 역사 나 이제 즐겨하며 항상 찬송하리 큰 영광 으쌰 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 하 나의 죄 아버지 역사 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 무한한 박수 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 세게 하 나의 죄 어머니의 역사 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 백가신 하 성심을 하 나의 죄 즐겨며 엄사 찬송하는 금영과 아버지 한없는 가슴 영원한 하 나의 죄 역사 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 안개뿐 으쌰 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 하 나의 죄 역사 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 무한한 아버님 감사합니다 어머님 감사합니다 나의 죄 엄사 찬송하는 은영과 대가시 으쌰으쌰 으쌰으쌰 하 나의 죄 역사 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 어머니 한없는 배 영원한 하 나의 죄 즐겨하며 엄사 찬송하는 금영과 높이보면 들보다 파리가 안개뿐 으쌰으쌰 으쌰으쌰 하 나의 죄 아버지 역사하시옵소서 무한한 하 영원히 하 나의 죄 어머니 역사하시옵소서 대가시 으쌰으쌰 으쌰으쌰 하 나의 죄 역사 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 한없는 다리 영원한 하 나의 죄 즐겨하며 엄사 찬송하는 금영과 어머니 감사합니다 역사 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 무한한 하 영원히 하 나의 죄 상품은 예 감사합니다. 대가시 싸우소 싸우소 하 나의 죄 즐겨하며 엄사 찬송하네 금영광 한없는 팔 영원한 하 나의 죄 역사 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 한개뿐 싸우소 싸우소 하 나의 죄 아버지 어머니 감사합니다. 무한한 하 영원히 하 나의 죄 즐겨하며 엄사 찬송하네 금영광 대가시 싸우소 싸우소 하 나의 죄 상품은 예 역사하시옵소서. 한없는 박수 말씀하시오 아버지 어머니 역사하시옵소서. 한개뿐 싸우소 싸우소 하 나의 죄 역사 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 무한한 아버님 감사합니다. 어머님 감사합니다. 나의 죄 성품은 감사합니다. 대가시 싸우소 싸우소 하 나의 죄 역사 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 한없는 박수 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 찬송해 나의 죄 즐겨하며 엄사 찬송하네 금영광 무한한 싸우소 싸우소 하 나의 죄 역사 역사 역사
네, 그러면 지금부터
So
2018
from now on, we'll begin the 2018 liberation of patriotic martyrs, and we will have a unison prayer
남북 통일기와
for the liberation of patriotic martyrs. Let us all begin.
아버지! 어머니!
고맙고 감사하신 하늘 부모님,
Dearest Heavenly
사랑 없는
Parent
참 부모님,
and beloved true
은혜와
parents,
사랑 앞에 진심으로
we sincerely thank you in front of your grace and
오늘 이
love.
자리에 불러주시고 새로운
And thank you for
모습으로
calling us here today and for desiring to make us be reborn anew. It was into the time where we could feel your love with more
온
depth,
세계 하늘 부모님을 중심 삼은 평화의 세계,
so that this entire world can become a world of peace centered on Heavenly Parent, and all people can live hand in hand as brothers and sisters.
그 기쁘신
Your wide heart of love and deep heart of love enable us to be able to realize and see your heart of love. May your work, may your wonders work.
모두가 어우러져 사는 귀한 천일국의 이 삶을 아버지시여 이루을 것을 믿사오니
We believe that we can achieve the ideal of Chanukul. Please be with us, our parents. Please be with us. We will, at all cost, realize, we are certain that we will realize this and enable all the children who have gathered here to be able to fulfill their responsibilities. Be with them. Please let your works take place on earth, every parent.
새롭게 거듭날 수 있도록
Enable us to be reborn in you.
아버지시여
Heavenly Parent,
역사하여 주시옵소서.
please.
어머니시여
Father,
역사하여
Mother,
주시옵소서.
Please work on earth with us.
오늘 다시 한번
Today,
우리가 손에 손을
one more
잡고
time,
하나
we
될
hold
수
hand in
있는
hand.
모습으로
We're holding each other's hands and become one, and pledge to form true families, true nations, and true world. And we will inherit this vision and will of Heavenly Parent and true parents, guide everyone that can all go in one direction. We pray for all the patriotic martyrs that died for this nation, and together with them, enable them to be able to cooperate even more for this nation so that they can become precious, good spirits. Heavenly Parent, please work on earth. Mother, please work on earth with us. Let your power and your authority come down on earth. Though we forgive your inadequate children and enable us to be born anew again today, enable your works of resurrection and rebirth to take place. And we thank you, thank you, thank you. Father, thank you so much. Mother, thank you so much. True parents, Heavenly Parent, will love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 아주, 아주, 아주.
양손을 높이 들어
Please raise both your hands up so that we can all sing the song Hallelujah together. We'll begin from the right side and move to the left.
부모님, 참 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 부 찬양팀 인사드리겠습니다.
The Chanang team will be
경례 바로
greets you all. Thank you again. With this, we conclude our Chanang session. Thank you very much.
각계에서 오신 지도자,
Leaders
대외 축복 가정 식구,
from all walks of life, distinguished guests, blessed families, members, peace ambassadors, youth and students and members. Today's rally is a truly meaningful event as a rally to liberate all those martyrs and patriotic heroes who died for this people and nation, and as a rally that unites 10,000 people together in joint hopes and prayer for the unification of North and South Korea. I would like to extend again my gratitude to everyone here with the who have gathered here for the joint hope of an eternal world of peace.
남북 통일
So
기원
we'll now
결의대회,
commence 2018
서울,
liberation
인천
of
지도자
patriotic
여러분의
martyrs and the
우렁찬
determination
함성과
rally for the unification of
힘찬
North and
박수로
South Korea
시작하도록
with a thunderous
하겠습니다.
round of applause and cheers from everyone.
국민 의례의 시간입니다.
We'll first pledge our
모두
allegiance to the
자리에서
nation.
일어나 주시기
Everyone,
바랍니다.
please rise from your seats.
모두 태극기를
Please
향해
face the Korean
서주시기
flag.
바랍니다. 국기에 대하여
Let us
경례.
all salute to the flag.
나는 자랑스러운 태극기 앞에 자유롭고 정의로운 대한민국의 무궁한 영광을 위하여 충성을 다할 것을 굳게 다짐합니다.
바로
Thank you. Next, we'll sing the national anthem. We'll sing only the first verse of the national anthem.
다음은
Next,
묵념의
we'll
시간입니다.
pay silent tribute,
묵념과 함께
and
장유진
alongside the
양의
silent
기도가
tribute, Miss Chang
함께
Yu-jin will
있겠습니다.
offer a
영령을
prayer
위한 묵념.
for silent tribute to all the patriotic martyrs.
존귀하신 창조주 하늘 부모님,
dearest and most precious Creator, our Heavenly Parent, and all our truly beloved true parents, today is indeed a beautiful and precious day. Today, about 20,000 people have gathered from Seoul and Incheon here by the Cheongpyeong Lake at Cheongshin Peace World Center in HA Cheonan Complex for the 2018 liberation of patriotic martyrs and the determination rally for the unification of North and South Korea. Please liberate and bless all those martyrs and patriots who shed righteous blood throughout the roughly 5,000-year history of the Korean Peninsula to give birth to and raise true parents here in Korea, the fatherland of Heavenly Parent. May all those who shed their blood, whether they come from the north or south, be liberated today and become good spirits so that together we can join hands to be able in devotion for the unification of North and South Korea. A dream is said to be the responsibility of the dreamer, hence, just let us all join in our hearts and realize our dream of establishing God's country. Please, Heavenly Parent and true parents, be with us. As true children who resemble you will practice true love, and we will grow into global citizens that love peace. Enable all those who participate in this precious day to be able to come together in our common hearts for peace. And I prayed all this under my name, third generation child, Jang Yuni, child of a second generation couple, Aju.
바로
Thank you.
모두 자리에 앉으시기
Everyone,
바랍니다.
please take your seats.
감사합니다.
Thank you again.
장유진 양의 감동적인
Mrs. Chang
기도였습니다.
Yoon-jin indeed gave us a
큰 박수
heartwarming prayer.
부탁드리겠습니다.
Please give her a big round of applause, everyone.
오늘
Today,
희망 전진 결의 대회에 참석해 주신
I would
네
like
분 소개를
to
하겠습니다.
introduce distinguished guests who have honored today's rally with their presence. Many distinguished have actually joined us today, but due to them, they will not be able to introduce every single one, but introduce most of them via video. So we ask for your understanding. And also, I would like to introduce members of Parliament who are here with us despite their busy parliamentarian work. They have set aside their precious time to attend the rally. I would like first, Parliamentarian Won Yu-chol of the Liberty Korea Party is here with us today. We also have Parliamentarian Shim Jae-kwon of the Democratic Party of Korea here with us. And we also have Parliamentarian Kim Young-woo of the Liberty Korea Party here with us. And finally, we have Parliamentarian Kim Kyu-hwan of the Liberty Korea Party.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
그리고 오늘
And
본
also,
대회를 위해서 많은 협조를 해주신 김성기
Governor Kim Sung of Gapyeong-gun, who provided a lot of support and cooperation to host today's rally. He's also here with us today. So please give a big round of applause to all our distinguished guests here today.
여러
Several distinguished guests also sent congratulatory messages, but due to time also, many parliamentarians also sent congratulatory messages. We also have Gyeonggi parliamentarian Kim Do-bak. We also have the council chair of Seoul, Yang Jun-wook, and we also have a parliamentarian from Gyeonggi-do and a parliamentarian from Seoul area and a parliamentarian from South Jeolla-do and many parliamentarians from another parliamentarian from Gyeonggi also sent a congratulatory message. A parliamentarian from representing Incheon also has sent us a congratulatory address, everyone. But due to time, I will only read one message, which was sent by Speaker Jong Se-gyun of the Korean Assembly. I sincerely congratulate the hosting of the 2018 determination rally for the unification of North-South Korea, and I sincerely hope that this event can take us one step closer to the realization of peace and unification on the Korean Peninsula. Thank you.
마지막으로 이 자리에 가장 귀한
So, and
마음으로
finally, I would like to introduce the highest VIPs who have come to this event with a heart of utmost devotion. That's none other than all of you who have come here today. So let us give a big round of applause to everyone here.
다음은
Next,
종교 화합을
we'll
통한
have an
남북 통일
inter-religious
기원
ceremony to
의식의
pray for the unification of North and
한국
South Korea.
대표들이
Representatives of 8 major
남북
religious
통합
groups in
통일의
Korea will
기원을
come on stage
염원하며
and light holy
성초에
candles in
점화를 하도록
prayer
하겠습니다.
and hope for peaceful
팔대
unification.
성단 대표분들을 소개해
And I would like to
드리도록
introduce the representatives of the 8 major religious
한국
groups from
불교 사서실장
Buddhism,
김원순,
head of the Korean Buddhism Taegu Order, Monk Jae-won, Confucianism, Chairman Gang Daebong of Sungkyunkwan Council of Confucian Elders, Chung Do-gyo, Co-Chair Choi In-guk of the Korean People Meeting, Islam Chairman Choi Young-gil, Member of the Supreme Council of the International Islam Federation, Dae Jong-gyo, Chairman Won Jong-jin, Christianity Chairman An Jong-soo of the International Christian Mission Federation, Chairman Shin Hye-won, Catholic representative of the Korean Women Religion Association, and FFWP for Heaven Korea Chairman Lee Gi-sung. These 8 leaders, representatives who come on stage, so they will now light holy candles for the unification of North and South Korea, the signal of the MC.
점화
Let us please light all the candles.
남북 통일과 세계 평화를 위해 큰 박수를
Everyone, please give
보내주시기
them a big
바랍니다.
round of applause as they light the candles in hope for unification of North and South Korea and the realization of world peace. Everyone, please give them a big round of applause.
그럼 먼저 8개 종단을
So,
대표하여
representing
진원 스님께서
all the
축원을
8 religious
해주시겠습니다.
groups, Monk Jin-won will offer an invocation.
시방 삼세 제망중중 무진삼보자존 불사자비 허수증명 상내소수 불공덕해 해양삼처실원만원하금자 지극정성 2018 후궁영령 해원민 남북 통일 기원결의대에 신안국 가정연락 제1지구 서울 인천 주관 청심평화 월드센터 청정수 월도량 발원 지대원 종교인 화발원 우순 풍조 만민함약 불일 중에 법륜상정 시외대중 각각 등보체 사대강간 육군청정 사업성취복도 구적 신무일체 병고행란 선망부모 누대종친 의국정사 충의영령 의법망구 선각조사 겸그 법계 보여군생 유주 무주 애원 불자 등 통황극락 상품 상생지 바론 연유원 항서법계 무량 불자 등 구경 원성 설바야 마반야 바람일 나무서가 무니불 남모서가 무니불 나무 시아본사 서가 무니불 오늘
Today,
2018년도
at the 2018 liberation of patriotic martyrs and determination rally for North and South Korea, I sincerely pray that it becomes successful, and I pray for the long health and longevity of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Thank you.
다음은
Next,
이기성
Reverend Lee
회장님께서
Gi-sung
고국
will
명령을
offer a
회원하고
report
이 땅의 영원한
of
평화를
gratitude to heaven
환구하는
for the liberation of
오청문을
all
하늘 부모님께
patriotic
올리겠습니다.
martyrs of Korea and the establishment of an eternal world of peace on earth. Dearest and most precious Heavenly Parent, beloved true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, today on the 11th day of the 5th month in the 6th year of Cheongguk, June 24, by the solar calendar, we are hosting the 2018 Liberation of Patriotic Martyrs and the Determination Rally for the unification of North and South Korea today here at Cheongsim Peace World Center, and we truly thank you for enabling us to hold this event. Dearest and most precious Heavenly Parent, the Korean people followed the path of blood, sweat, and tears for about 5,000 years and became a people that could understand your sorrowful heart. And on the foundation of having established the values of loyalty, filial piety, and virtuousness, you victoriously paid all indemnity for restoration on the people's level. Yet 68 years has passed ever since the whole of Korea was covered in blood from the Korean War, which was the final battle place between God's side and Satan's. Beloved true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, this was no tragedy resulting from a simple fratricidal war, but a providential holy front line to liberate the returning Messiah, to protect your only begotten daughter, whom you could establish within 6,000 years, and for the emergence of the true parents of humanity. Yet there's still so many wandering souls who have not been able to rest, roaming around this nation and weeping sorrowfully. Hence, I pray that you may liberate them with the authority of the Emperor of absolute victory over the whole, and the true Emperor of Cheongguk with holiness and virtue, so that they can all shout for the eternal reign of peace in the eternal spiritual world. Beloved true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, all blessed families and peace ambassadors of Celebration 1, prepared for this rally in all devotion. Hence, I pray that you may bestow your grace of liberation to all the patriotic martyrs on the able side, and also on the unfortunate souls on the Cain side. Please guide the spiritual worlds on both the Cain and Abel sides to harmonize and unite through filial heart centered on the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, and pour down on us the heavenly fortune for us to be able to usher in the era of a united heavenly Korea. I report all this in my name, Lee Gi-sung, President of FFWPU for Heavenly Korea, and bless Central Family. Haju.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
참으로 경건하고
That was indeed
은혜로운
a
시간이었습니다.
time of reverence
종교화합을
and
통한
much grace.
남북통일
So
기원의식에
please
참여하신 8대
send
중간
Again, another big round of applause to all the 8 religious representatives who have participated in this prayer ceremony for the unification of North and South Korea. Thank you.
다음은
Next,
통일한국의 미래를 이끌어갈
it is now time to listen to the Hyojung speeches prepared by 2 young people who represent the youth that will lead the future united Korea. So first of all, Miss Choi Young-un, a third-generation member who will lead the future of the heavenly Korea, the homeland of the province, will express her determination to carry out and fulfill duties of the heart for heavenly parent and true parents. Everyone, please warmly welcome Mrs. Choi Young-un when she comes on stage. Good morning. I am a third-generation member and I'm in my first year of middle school. My name is Choi Young-un. My grandfather received the 777 couple blessing, and my parents received the second-generation blessing ceremony, and they are the present pastors of Cheongbokgung Church. My father first introduced me to volunteering work at the National Cemetery, and ever since I've been regularly doing volunteering work there. The only volunteering work I did, however, until then was what was requested of us in school. Hence, to be able to volunteer for people who died for this nation was really thrilling, and I really looked forward to it. But before we set up for the National Cemetery, I had the opportunity to listen to a message by our sub-regional leader, and he said that those who lay at the National Cemetery would be happy to see, from heaven to see 3 generations of blessed families volunteering together, and that true parents will be even happier to see us do so. And after hearing this, I felt that this volunteering work was a precious activity connected with true parents, and became more determined to do my best. But this was actually my first time to visit the National Cemetery. It was much wider than I had expected, and I was quite surprised to see a lot of people there. When I saw the numerous gravestones, I realized that there were actually a lot of people who had sacrificed their lives for this nation. So my heart ached at the thought of it, and I was overwhelmed with gratitude. Thanks to the many unnamed people who protected this nation at the risk of their lives, our nation could develop to this degree, and we are able to enjoy its many benefits today. After this realization, I paid tribute to them even with more reverence. The adults basically cleaned the weeds around the gravestones, while we changed the flowers in front of the gravestones into new ones, and we would also clean the gravestones basically. While wiping the gravestones, I saw one stone plate in front of one particular gravestone and suddenly was overwhelmed with so much emotions. The message, "I am proud of you, my son," was written on that stone plate. I felt sad thinking of how the mother would have felt upon hearing news that her precious son had lost his life in the war. If I were to hear news that someone in my family had lost their life, his or her life in the war, how would I have felt? Just thinking about that was quite painful. With the thought that no such tragedy should happen again, I participated with all my heart in the volunteering work. And I thought about those who sacrificed themselves for this nation. Though volunteering at the National Cemetery is not something big, I felt a bit more cheerful and proud at the thought that they would be a bit happier in the spiritual world. Volunteering wasn't easy. The weather was hot and we were really sweaty, yet I obtained much more through it. I felt happy as I was able to feel Heavenly Parents and True Parents' love even more strongly. And finally, when I visited the hall exhibiting the articles of all these deceased heroes at the National Cemetery, I was able to see their photos and articles, and at times I was just completely overwhelmed with many emotions. And one letter sent by a soldier to his mother, the following was written: "Last night I dreamt of you, mother." It was a spring-like dream. I felt the soldiers longing for their parents and felt a lump in my throat. I read also about a young man who was sent to war as a soldier despite his young age. This young soldier basically threw himself in front of grenades thrown by enemies just to save his comrade and died in the process. I wonder, how would I have reacted in such a situation, and became really serious suddenly. And though true parents are not in an actual war with gunshots being shot nearby, I thought about how they would always show their true love in their warlike lives, dedicating themselves for the sake of humanity, and I felt even more grateful at the thought of it. So if North and South Korea unite, I believe that such pain will no longer exist, and I sincerely hope that the two Koreas become united, centered on true parents, and tragedies such as the Korean War never happen again. Doing volunteering work with my parents at the National Cemetery, I was able to deeply reflect on the kind of heart and life I needed to practice. It was a very meaningful time for me. I will always strive to become a blessed child that can illuminate with true parents' love. I express my sincere gratitude to my many teachers, true parents, and Heavenly Parent for enabling me to well conclude this volunteering work. Thank you very much. Good morning. I am a third-generation blessed child, and my name is Jung Bo-kyung. My grandfather received the 36 couple blessing and also served as the national messiah of Ukraine. My father received the second generation 72 couple blessing, and following in my grandfather's footsteps, he is presently working as the national leader of Ukraine. And thanks to my grandfather and father, I also dreamt of becoming a public leader that conveys true parents' will and vision. I am now working as an evangelist in the Youth and University Student Department of Sub-Region 1, and I believe I have been able to go one step closer to that dream. I spent much of my adolescence overseas due to my parents' mission work, hence I did not have much chance to think about the unification of Korea like friends who actually live in Korea. However, last month, I was able to directly participate in volunteering work conducted at the civilian control line of the border between North and South Korea, and this made me deeply think about unification. Our volunteering work at the civilian control line was about helping landmine victims that lived in the vicinity of the border, and our team helped the farm work of a family of a victim who lost a leg due to landmines at a very young age. So we helped that family. The victim, though, the grandfather, stepped basically on a landmine that took his leg on a path that he had actually regularly walked on. But ever since he walked using a prosthetic leg, yet I was told that his heart was more painful than the pain that was caused by a severe leg. And I realized that this tragedy had befallen on quite a number of local residents. So thinking about that, my heart felt so frustrated at the division between the two Koreas, and I repented for the lack of interest that I had until then. So this activity helped me directly feel the pain of the war, even if little, and it made me think a lot. So I offered at that moment, I offered a prayer of gratitude to Heavenly Parent and true parents for giving me this opportunity. Brothers and sisters, you know the country named Ukraine? Ukraine is basically located at the border between East Europe and Russia. And in an effort to get away from Russian influence and become an EU member, a civil war broke out between pro-Russian and anti-Russian parties. And basically, I was in my third year of university in Ukraine when the war broke out. I was actually afraid and very worried about what to do, and I asked my friends if this wasn't too dangerous. But I was surprised, however, when my friends replied, "It's actually safer than Korea, so don't worry." But back then, we simply laughed at it. But now that I think about it, I feel that there really no other country that lives under the threat of war as much as Korea. So through this volunteering work activity, my dream is to achieve unity in Korea at all costs. Then what can I do What can I contribute to bring about unity? I thought a lot to find an answer to this question. True parents said that we must arm ourselves with an ideology centered on Heavenly Parents' true love in order to be able to embrace North Korea, which is armed with Kim Il-sung Juche ideology. Hence, I came to feel that we, the young people, actually need to first know the meaning and importance of unity from the perspective of Heavenly Parent and True Parents, and continue to lead a life of sharing and practice based on our understanding of North and South Korean societies. And of course, there will be some difficulties in it, but I believe it is time now to advance without stop in the same manner as true parents who continuously dedicate themselves toward the establishment of heaven's nation on earth. And I also believe that if we continue to live a life of practice and all join together in offering devotion for true parents' providence, for the unification of North-South Korea, we'll be able to go one step closer to that joyful reunification of the two Koreas. As a third-generation member, I'll do my utmost best to complete the duties of my filial heart for true parents and become a child that achieves our true parents' dream. With warm passion as a youth of South Region 1, I pledge to become a victorious child. And I offer my gratitude again to Heavenly Parent and true parents are always with us in true love. And with this, I conclude my speech. Thank you.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
희망 세대인 축복 가정 3세로서
Third generation members were like our hope for the future. They both, two young presenters were able to give really confidently like great speeches. Please give them a big warm round of applause, everyone. Next, would now like to present to you the 무조건 performance for the unification of Korea, which has been prepared by the young people university students of South Region 1. And the young performers will be expressing their passionate determination to lead Korea into a global nation of peace. So please welcome our young performers who are the center of the future united Korea.
I want to see you again, Mother. Which country are you going to next?
너 어디야?
벌써 남미에 가버렸다.
일지구 국가 복귀할 건가?
합시다.
여러분 기뻐하십시오. 우리 일지구 육사 대회에 어머니께서 오시기로 결정됐습니다.
알려야지. 한국에서 제일 크다는 기성교회 문 앞에 가서 주일 예배는 내가 하겠다 하고 선포해. 기다리는 메시아는 오셨다.
차라차라차차차
무조건 무조건이야.
차라차라차라차차차 내가 필요할 때 나를 불러줘 언제든지 달려갈게 낮에도 좋아 밤에도 좋아 언제든지 달려갈게
무조건 달려갈게.
혼자서 외롭게 통일 부르면 언제 통일될지 모르지만 우리 모두 함께 통일 부르면 무조건 이뤄질 거야 차차라차라차라차차차 평화를 향한 부모님 사랑 무조건 무조건이야 통일을 향한 부모님 사랑 특급 사랑이야 한라산을 지나 백두산을 지나 영화 세계 만들기 위해 부모님 부르면 달려갈 거야 무조건 달려갈 거야
차라차라차라차차차.
차라차라차차차 차라차라차차차
무조건 무조건이야.
차라차라차라차차차 내가 필요할 때 나를 불러줘 언제든지 달려갈게 낮에도 좋아 밤에도 좋아 언제든지 달려갈게
무조건 달려갈게.
혼자서 외롭게 통일 부르면 언제 통일될지 모르지만 우리 모두 함께 통일 부르면 무조건 이뤄질 거야 차차라차라차라차차차 평화를 향한 부모님 사랑 무조건 무조건이야 통일을 향한 부모님 사랑 특급 사랑이야 한라산을 지나 백두산을 지나 영화 세계 만들기 위해 부모님 부르면 달려갈 거야 무조건 달려갈 거야
차라차라차라차차차.
평화를 향한 부모님 사랑 무조건 무조건이야 통일을 향한 부모님 사랑 특급 사랑이야 한라산을 지나 백두산을 지나 영화 세계 만들기 위해 부모님 부르면 달려갈 거야 무조건 달려갈 거야
무조건 무조건이야.
차차라차라차라차차차 바로 차렷 인사 통일 바로
감사합니다.
Thank you.
정말로 당당하고
Their dynamic
힘찬
performance
청년
conveyed to us the passion and feeling hearts of the youth and university students, and I am confident that their passion and belief will bring about unification of Korea and spread this wave and energy to the entire world. And if you agree, everyone, please give them a thunderous round of applause.
부탁드립니다. 다음은 대회사의 순서입니다.
It is now time to listen to the main address of this rally, which will be given by Reverend Ju Jin-tae of Sub-Region 1 of FFWP for Heaven Korea. He basically has directly led all preparations for this rally held under the slogan, "Let us achieve the peaceful unification of North and South Korea through the joint prayers of 10,000 people." Please welcome Reverend Ju Jin-tae with a big round of applause.
통일과
Unification, peace-loving, patriotic citizens, religious leaders, peace ambassadors, and leaders from all walks of life,
그리고 사랑하는
and also beloved members of Sub-Region 1.
2018
First of all,
행정 회원님,
on behalf of the Executive Committee, I would like to extend my sincerest gratitude to everyone here for participating in the 2018 Liberation of Patriotic Martyrs and the Determination Rally for the North and South Korea, despite your busy schedule. God, who even comes out in our national anthem, protected Korea amidst the numerous outside invasions from quite early on and raised the 80 million people of Korea as a people descending of heaven in loyalty, filial piety, and etiquette. So 2,000 years ago, when Jesus, God's only Son, born to Israel, died on the cross after promising to return, God moved the center of the providence from the land of Israel to the Korean peninsula. And during those 2,000 years, the Korean peninsula shared the providential fate of preparing and welcoming the only son and daughter of Heavenly Parent, and the providence of opening a new heaven and earth through the blessing of 144,000 people centered on the marriage supper of the Lamb. However, the Republic of Korea had to shed tremendous blood until the emergence, or the point of emergence of true parents, the King and Queen of Peace. It is on the foundation of such sacrificial and righteous blood that Korea, which is Heavenly Parent's homeland, and all people in heaven and on earth are able to usher in the miraculous spring providence of liberation and blessing through true parents. In February, the little angels were part of a Pyeongchang Winter Olympics opening performance titled Taeguk, Harmony of the Universe. It was during this performance I was surprised to see President Moon Jae-in and North Korea Special Envoy Kim Yo-jong watching the performance together. It felt as though God was bestowing unspoken blessings for the unification of Korea on the two leaders, and I could not keep in my excitement at seeing this. So from this perspective, I hope that the 80 million people across North and South Korea become one through this principle of coexistence, and accompanied with the Korean flag and candlelight, and that today becomes a historical rally where we can all pray and make the resolve to realize our wish and our hopes for a united Korea. Distinguished guests, we remember Reverend Sun Myung-moon and Dr. Hak Cha-han-moon, who called for peace and unification while suffering from all kinds of hardships and persecution in a wilderness where no one recognized them, solely depending on heaven in their endeavors. From quite early on, Reverend and Mrs. Moon founded the International Federation for Victory Over Communism, the Citizens Federation for Education of North and South Korea, leading the fight against communism on a global level. In 1985, they proclaimed in Geneva, Swiss, the end of communism based on the theory that communism will not go beyond 70 years. And in 1990, they were able to move the heart of President Gorbachev through true love at the Kremlin Palace in Moscow, resulting in the dissolution of the Soviet Union. It is now an open secret worldwide that they had actually led to the end of the Cold War. Furthermore, in 1991, they visited North Korea and had an independent one-on-one meeting with North Korean leader Kim Il-sung. They were the first people to receive North Korea's proclamation to denuclearize itself on paper. So this has received just appraisal in history that it is even introduced within author Kim Jong-myung's novel Prophecy. Unification and peace-loving patriots. From early on, Reverend Sun Myung-moon and Dr. Hak Cha-han-moon have preached that unification is possible only when South Koreans love North Korea more than North Koreans, and North Koreans love South Korea more than South Koreans themselves. They have taught that unification will certainly happen when based on God's true love. And last year, Dr. Hak Cha-han-moon, who continues the work left by Reverend Sun Myung-moon, she carried out hopeful march forward rallies for the harmony and unity of Korea across the nation, even when the two nations were facing a critical time due to the consecutive nuclear tests. And by God's grace, we are getting closer to that hope as meetings between the two Koreas and that between the U.S. and North Korea could take place this year. I cannot but offer my sincere gratitude to heaven. Do you agree? Thank you. So I believe that we now need to liberate the bitterness or hand of the Korean patriotic martyrs who shed their blood and died for the nation during the Korean War and other painful past for the past 68 years. So it is with this heart that we have offered the Hyochung offering papers in all sincerity today. So I am certain that God will accept our prayers to the extent of our faith and hopes. With 20,000 or so people united in prayer here today, the unification of North and South Korea will certainly come true. Thank you. So please participate in this rally for the unification of North and South Korea with one heart and one will until the very end. May Heavenly Parent and True Parents' great love, heavenly fortune, and blessings overflow within your families. And with this, I conclude my address. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Please give again another big round of applause to Reverend Ju Jin-tae for his meaningful address. Next, we will be listening to congratulatory addresses. The first congratulatory address will be given by parliamentarian Shin Jae-kwon of the Democratic Party of Korea. Parliamentarian Shin Jae-kwon has served as parliamentarian 3 times. He also served as the head of the Foreign Affairs and Trade Committee in Gangdong-gu and Gangdong-ul. So please welcome parliamentarian Shin Jae-kwon with a big round of applause. Yes, everyone, I'm happy to be with you. I'm parliamentarian Shin Jae-kwon. And after listening to the speeches of our young people and their performances, I really felt that FFWPU truly has been investing. I realize how much effort they've been investing for the unification of North and South Korea. So it is 73 years has passed since the division of North and South Korea, and 65 years has passed since the ceasefire agreement. And so I believe that this is indeed a time now when we need to we probably are now, the path to prosperity and peace and unity is probably across the corner. And I really thank FFWP again for its efforts and for hosting this rally again. So I'd like now to give my congratulatory address. Everyone, I'm happy to see you. I'm Congressman Shin Jae-won of the Democratic Party of Korea, with the hope and prayer to join the hearts and devotion of all the people for the unification of North and South Korea. I sincerely congratulate you for hosting this resolution rally. And Dr. Hak Cha-han-moon, President of FWPU International, and Reverend Chairman Song Kwang-sung of the Citizens Federation for the Unification of North and South Korea, and all related people, I sincerely thank you. In April and May, we had the North and South Korean summit, and we also in June we had the summit between North Korea and the United States, and they cover. And I believe that these were big steps toward prosperity, unity, and harmony in Korea. And last year, actually, we had Korea. The two Koreas were actually in a very critical time as they faced different difficulties due to the continuous nuclear tests and missile tests. And so we cannot express how difficult that last year was. It's like, it's like you wake up and suddenly, it was really like the sudden changes is like, you see this tree changing into this white sea, basically. But anyhow, I believe that this era now that will be, it is important that we become one and invest efforts in one direction for the prosperity and unity of Korea. And in particular, through the Panmunsu Proclamation, I believe that unity and prosperity, we were able to again verify our common determination for the prosperity and unity of Korea. And I hope that this grass or these plants that we have planted can grow well and flourish and blossom, And for the actual implementation of all these policies, I believe that we need to invest united efforts, and truth will beginning from exchange, like sports exchange and different types of exchange. We hope that we can, establish a stepping stone going towards the actual unity of the two Koreas. And through this, all of you have gathered here with the same common hope for the unification of North and South Korea. This unity is actually not a choice, but I believe something that we must all do at all cost. And so I really, through the harmony and unity of North and South Korea, I hope that our government can really establish this path and this a united that we can invest all efforts in establishing this firm foundation. And now, in order to build an eternal peace, of course, governmental efforts will be essential, but I believe that more than governmental efforts, I believe that the resolution and will of the people would be very important and essential. And particularly, I would like to ask all the members of FFWPU, the determination and will of FFWPU members would also be as essential in doing so. So let us really go beyond this division, and I believe so that this event that brings together the joint resolution of people is indeed timely and very essential from this perspective. And I hope that we can all join our hopes and dreams, and that the unification of North and South Korea can be realized as soon as possible. And as a member of the Parliament of Korea, I will work harder for the unification of North and South Korea. And I would like to ask again, I would like to thank again. May happiness and health always be with you and your families. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let us give again a big warm round of applause to Congressman Shim Jae-won for his congratulatory address. And we have again one more speaker who would be giving another second congratulatory address. And it will be given by parliamentarian Kim Young-woo of the Liberty Korea Party. He has been a parliamentarian 3 times and served as chair of the National Defense Committee in Pocheon City and Gapyeong-gun, Gyeonggi Province. And so please welcome him on stage with a big round of applause. Yes, I represent Gapyeong and Pocheon City. I'm Congressman Kim Young-woo. Thank you, everyone. So at this very important time for the unification of North and South Korea, my Gapyeong-gun, which is also part of my base, I sincerely congratulate. I believe it is really meaningful that we have this rally that brings together the resolution for the unification of North and South Korea. And I would like to thank again Reverend Ju Jin-tae, who is the leader of Sub-Region 1, for his hard work in preparing this event and rally. And in particular, I would like to also thank Dr. Hak Cha-han Moon, who is also here with us today, for hosting this rally. And also, at the National Assembly right now, we have some elder congressmen also here. We have parliamentarian Won Yu-chol, and also we have parliamentarian Shim Jae-won, who just gave a congratulatory address, who's also a member of the National Defense. Anyways, I want to thank them all also for coming here. And the Citizens Federation for Education of North and South Korea was founded in 1987. Ever since its founding, it has basically been investing a lot of efforts to realize the unification of North and South Korea by conducting nationwide education on the unification theory. And it has, in order to secure also support from people around the world, it has basically established international networks and has tried to conduct diverse types of unification efforts. And the Citizens Federation for Education of North and South Korea has been recognized for its efforts and has received different prizes from the Prime Minister, from the nation itself, and even in 2016, it actually received the Presidential Award for its efforts. And even at the time when Korea was very tense due to its critical situation, we are now seeing rapid changes in the situation between the two Koreas. And China, in order to establish friendly relationship with North Korea, it is true that the U.S. and China are actually trying to really lay a very good, positive diplomatic relationships. But the denuclearization of North Korea is a task that must be achieved at all costs. And not only North Korea's nuclear issue, but also the human rights issue must be improved. And so through this, based on democracy, we need to achieve a nation of freedom and peace. So I hope that we can really overcome this critical situation between the two Koreas and really establish peace between the two nations. And I'll do my utmost best to be able to do so, to contribute towards this. And I would like, and to all the leaders from all walks of life who have gathered here today, I hope that you can all join in common efforts to bring about the unification of North and South Korea. And again, I hope that this event become a meaningful event for everyone here today. Thank you very much.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
귀한 축사를 해주신
Let us give again a warm round of applause to parliamentarian Congressman Kim Young-woo for his address. Next, we'll be watching a video. The video will basically illuminate with great depth the efforts of President Sun Myung-moon and Dr. Hak Cha-han-moon to save this nation and their consistent efforts of true love to realize the unification of the Korean Peninsula and a peaceful world centered on Godism and their path as the true parents. So let us all watch the video.
The demilitarized zone wraps around the Korean peninsula like a belt. With guns pointing at each other, the situation between the Koreas is a powder keg waiting to explode. The pain and sorrow of separation has only increased. We have to end this. After all these painful years, with a yearning love, we're heading towards the day of a peaceful, unified Korea. Our strength is building. In 1950, breaking into the calm of the morning, North Korean troops headed south. In the midst of desperation, heaven miraculously saved us. After their armed forces failed to forcibly unify Korea, North Koreans had shouted, "Materialist atheism is the way." That thought has been infiltrating our world. Unfortunately, South Korea's corrupt politicians caused social confusion, and both the detection of North Korean ideology and measures to counter it are insufficient. A firm ideological defense and strategy naturally flow from the heavenly mission of the Savior, Messiah, and true parents, Reverend Sun Myung-moon and Dr. Hak Cha-han-moon. In the beginning, the fall and Abel's murder by his older brother Cain began with the chief of disaster, Satan, and thus the roots of communism formed. Therefore, the first sibling conflict can be seen in the global struggle between democracy and communism. Only true parents can resolve this conflict. In the 1970s, with the United States leading the free, democratic world, the International Federation for the Victory of Communism emerged to lead a movement transcending religions, races, and nations. Communism, which defines man as matter, not only completely destroys human dignity, but also states there is no God. It is the enemy of God and people. When the two Koreas meet again, they may struggle over theism and atheism. We may face an ideological confrontation. With this in mind, Free South Korea's mission to diffuse the power of communist ideology is immense. Reverend Moon, in order to protect against the threat of communism and build a new civilization for Korea, initiated the International Federation for Victory over Communism, the Citizens Federation for the Unification of North and South Korea, the Professors World Peace Academy, the Collegiate Association for the Research of Principles, and the Women's Federation for World Peace. These organizations are on the front line educating people.
남북한이 분열된 이 실상을 우리는 잘 알고 있습니다. 저는 이북에서 감옥살이를 했기 때문에 북한이 어떤 실정이 있는 걸 잘 알고 있습니다. 초롱한 한 사람으로 38선을 넘어서 있습니다. 이 공산당 해방 내수를 하나도 돌아갔을 그때를 그 실력을 가지고 40년 동안 살아왔습니다. 지금도 싸워가야 할 운명적인 길이 남아있는 것을 잘 알고 있습니다.
We have continually been on a thorny path, dealing with endless communist threats and persecution, as well as humankind's desperate need for salvation and the creation of a peaceful world. Let's love life, go beyond hate, and give generously. God has no enemies and wants to embrace everything lovingly. In the end, the satellite countries left the communist Soviet Union, providing hope that the once hostile inter-Korean relations may lead to understanding, forgiveness, and genuine love. Thanks to the sacrifices by the soldiers in the Korean Armed Forces and by the UN forces comprising 16 countries, South Korea was saved and could carry out its responsibilities and God-given mission. With the heart and love of a true parent, Mother Moon held several international events to honor the fallen soldiers' sacrifices and hard work. A memorial Seonghwa ceremony honored these fallen heroes' loyalty and compassion for others. Their sacrifices protected the kingdom of God and proved the existence of God's works. Through them, heaven's providence was able to shine forth. The time of true unity that God has longed for is at hand. Korea will realize an ideal peaceful world and equality for all through our earnest desires and deep devotions. Now, Mother Moon, through the providence of the Holy Spirit and as the true mother of humankind, is standing on the front line and striving to achieve a permanent end to excessive greed, hegemony, hostility, and conflicts. Due to innumerable threats, evil acts, and ideological discord from the last century, Mother Moon gathered legislators to form the International Association of Parliamentarians for Peace to bring about the complete end of war and terrorism. To have lasting peace on the Korean Peninsula, we must lead the Pacific Rim civilization by focusing on constructing a global peace road, the Peace Road Project, the bid for a 5th UN office, and rebuilding the world with God's principles and heart. While the world focuses on other priorities, the rapid destruction of the environment has set off warning signals. We need to take proactive measures to solve food shortages, ecological degradation, the refugee crisis, violations of human rights. We are proposing a global agenda for equal access to scientific technology and the resolution of global warming. With the fate of the planet at stake, we are committed to fostering role models for young students who are the driving force of humanity. In South Korea, where empathy, understanding, and acceptance of one another is dwindling, we're holding rallies to raise our determination, increase harmony, and realize our dream, unification. Meanwhile, Japan is taking responsibility nationally to become Heavenly Japan, which can contribute beyond Asia to global societies. The Hyojung culture of heart that Mother Moon proposes is a breath of fresh air for God-centered people. Asia has developed and transformed into Heavenly Asia. Heavenly America is reflecting the spirit of Christianity to the world again. Africa, once suffering from racism, awash with sorrow, is changing into a heavenly Africa of hope. A source of ideology and culture, Europe is creating a new, inspiring future with the launch of Heavenly Europe. Based on God's will, the ultimate course is toward inter-Korean unification. In order to substantiate a peaceful world, Mother Moon is concentrating heaven's power and all of heaven's capabilities to achieve a united heavenly Korea.
오늘 우리는 이 민족이 염원하는 평화로운 통일, 세계 인류가 염원하는 하나의 세계, 인간의 노력이나 인간의 생각으로서는 영원하지 않습니다. 오직 참 부모를 중심 삼은 하나님을 내 가정의 나라에 모신 자리에서 그 섭리를 펼쳐 나가게 될 때 하늘의 축복은 영원할 것입니다.
With absolute unchanging love, we will base North-South unity on God's will. We will absolutely accomplish it. By working to give our country a new peaceful future, we will be there to see the fresh, bright dawn. With the heart of Hyojung towards our heavenly parent, we will become new beacons of peace. Long live Korea!
감사합니다.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a beautiful, what a moving, precious video. Let us give another big round of applause to our beloved true parents, Reverend Dr. Sung Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, who have lived a life of selfless sacrifice for the sake of humanity. Everyone at this moment, please rise. Let us welcome Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, the true mother of heaven, earth, and humankind, for the keynote address. Everyone, quietly take your seats. Respected guests from home and abroad, respected political and religious leaders, in particular, beloved members from the first sub-district of Family Federation for Heavenly Korea. Today, we have gathered here to wish for the true peaceful reunification of North and South Korea. Isn't that so? Until we could welcome this day, heaven has worked tirelessly to lead the providence centering on this nation. And all of you need to know the truth about providential history. Originally, the owner of the universe, the true owner of the universe, is God, the Creator. God, the Creator, is the heavenly parent, and in accordance with His external form, heaven and earth were created, and God created a man and a woman to become the first human ancestors. And God gave a special portion of responsibility to human beings, and this responsibility consisted of going through a period of growth. And during this period of growth, human beings were meant to unite absolutely with Heavenly Parent, so that when they reached maturity, they would receive the blessing. And that position would be the position where the first human ancestors would become the true parents of humankind. However, Adam and Eve, who were meant to become the first human ancestors, allowed self-centered desires to pollute their minds during their period of growth. They thought, I could become like God. And this has been the reason behind the fall of humanity. God, who is almighty and omnipotent, could not abandon the principle of creation through which He created the universe. In other words, God had to work to perfect His original ideal of creation. And this path has been the path of restoring all of fallen humanity. It has been the painful history of the providence of restoration through indemnity. It has been the providence of salvation. Heaven has worked to lay all of the necessary conditions of indemnity so that in the fallen world, a victorious human being who could become the ancestor of all humanity and become the true parent of all humankind was initiated. And 2,000 years ago, this history of the providence took place through the chosen people of Israel until God could send His only begotten Son. The providence to send Jesus Christ was so arduous and painful that it took 4,000 biblical years until Jesus' advent. Until the foundation could be laid for the true parents to emerge, God worked tirelessly and eventually sent His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, on the earth. Therefore, the people of Israel and all the central figures who participated in the providence should have become the foundation upon which Jesus could carry out His mission. However, even Mary, who gave birth to Jesus, failed in her responsibility. She did not fully understand God's providence. She failed to recognize the true identity of Jesus. And therefore, due to human ignorance, heaven's providence was frustrated and great pain was given to heaven. Christians today believe that we receive salvation through the blood shed on the cross by Jesus Christ. How immature, how shocking a belief is this. God has toiled throughout human history to bring salvation to humankind by sending His children to become the true parents. However, the sin of leading Jesus to the cross was tremendously great. Through history, we have learned about the indemnity that the people of Israel have had to pay for leading Jesus Christ to the cross. Looking at this fact alone, we can see how much heaven has toiled to save all of humanity. However, following His crucifixion, Christianity emerged and began through the Pentecost of the Holy Spirit, and filled with the Holy Spirit, the apostles laid the foundation for the development of Christianity. The problem is that human beings allowed their selfish human desires to guide their actions. And over the past 2,000-year history of Christianity, countless mistakes were made. I'm sure that even if I do not elaborate on these points, you clearly understand my train of thought. Therefore, heaven, at that time, heaven worked to send the only begotten daughter who could not emerge at the time of Jesus. And in order to give birth to the only begotten daughter, heaven worked and blessed this people of Korea to send the only begotten daughter. Because to the people who failed in their responsibility, a period of indemnity remained. Heaven could no longer carry out the dispensation to send the only begotten daughter. As He laid on the cross, Jesus prophesied that He would come again And when he would return, he would host the holy wedding of the Lamb. This means that originally the purpose of Jesus' advent was to become the true parents of humankind. However, today, Christians of this age do not fully understand the true essence of Jesus. They do not fully understand heaven's providence. Through humanistic and secular thought, through limited understanding and human institutions, even though great efforts to uphold heaven's will were made, people who believed in Christ within the Christian foundation, within this Christian cultural realm, we saw the emergence of communism, which claimed that God was dead. Hence, from the point of view of heaven, how miserable must this have been? In particular, today, what I wish to convey to you is, I wish to relate an anecdote to you. In 1950, on June 24 of 1950, this nation suffered tremendously. Following the liberation of Korea, Korea was divided into the communist North and the democratic South. And on June 25, 1950, the Korean War erupted. North Korea was united under a communist regime, prepared to invade South Korea. However, as a democratic nation, South Korea was not able to develop the necessary institutions to protect itself. And despite the threat of North Korean aggression, South Korea remained unprepared. At that time, Korea was not known throughout the world. And although Korea was divided as a result of the involvement of superpowers, Korea still remained unknown around the world. However, how is it possible that 16 nations united under the United Nations flag mobilized their young people and came to shed blood, sweat, and tears to save this nation? This was a holy battle. Therefore, this did not happen with human power. This was not the work of happen chance. Do you think this happened with human effort? Korea today must clearly understand the truth. We wish for the unification of North and South Korea. However, before wishing for North-South reunification, this nation must recognize its debt of gratitude before the world. This nation must recognize that it owes a debt of gratitude to the world, and as a result, must live for the sake of the world. What can Korea do for the world? Is it political power? Is it economic power? Not at all. 100 years ago, the Indian poet Rabindranath Tagore looked at Korea and wrote a beautiful poem. In his poem, Tagore wrote, once again, on the day that Korea rises again, Korea shall become the bright light of the East. And at that time, Korea was still under Japanese occupation. How is it possible that this nation can become the bright, shining light of the East? We need to clearly understand the profound truth. This nation must clearly understand God. God. Even in our Korean national anthem, it is written, "May Korea live for 10,000 years under the protection of God." We must recognize the profound meaning of this line. Why did God protect this nation and its people? Because God wishes to accomplish the providential mission here. In other words, Korea is a providential nation. It is the nation where the only begotten daughter was born for the first time in 6,000 years. Just as I mentioned before, in accordance with the principle of creation, God, heaven, gave a portion of responsibility, and God also needs to grant a period of growth for the only begotten daughter to grow. From the moment I was born, I could not lead the providence. I needed a period of growth. And that is why God needed to protect me during my period of growth and grow until the age when I could make decisions and I could work for the sake of the providence. I was born in 1943, and in 1945 Korea was liberated, and in 1950 the Korean War erupted. Therefore, without fail, through this people, heaven wishes to realize its providence. And that is why a miraculous and unexpected support of the United Nations happened. God worked to protect this nation so that I could reach the age where I could begin my work. I remember in 1950, on June 24, I remember that day, and on that day, on the evening of that day, it was raining, and I could see countless lines of refugees fleeing, and I was also part of that line of refugees. But my grandmother said that because my son is an officer in the Korean national headquarters, therefore let us wait let us return home. And then we returned home, and in the morning my uncle came and said, there is a car, please get into the car. And as a result, we could cross the Han River. And at that time, just behind us, many young soldiers were coming down. Countless hordes of people were coming down, were fleeing. And because of one person's decision, decided the life and death of countless refugees coming down, and young people who could not even give their lives for the nation were mercilessly killed when the order was given to stop allowing people to cross the bridge on the Han River. And I still remember vividly the look on the eyes of people as they were denied crossing this bridge. Therefore, in my heart, this nation has a special mission, and that mission is to complete heaven's providence, to take responsibility to complete this mission, because this nation is the nation where true parents' advent took place. This nation must unite with true parents and march as one with true parents. Unless this nation does so, there can be no victory. Due to heaven's protection, this nation, every time this nation faced difficulties, through true parents, heaven protected this nation. But now, we have spent more than half a century. Now, this nation is in its middle age, going into its elderly stage. And before we ascend to the spirit world, without fail, we must make sure that this nation is the nation where God can dwell. It can become the homeland of the providence, the homeland of God's providence, and become the bright light of the world. This nation must stand tall before the world and share heaven's message boldly and proudly. And all of you gathered here today, may you become blessed families who received the blessing, and may you fulfill your responsibility as citizens of this nation. The path to realizing this mission is just as Rabindranath Tagore prophesied. The light symbolizes the word. It symbolizes the truth. Therefore, through true parents' words, true parents have opened the era of the Pacific Rim civilization. Therefore, centering on Korea, may this Asia region lead a revolution of the culture through the culture of heart, become the bright shining light of the world, so that all of humanity and
하나님을 중심한
God's wish of one family under God can be realized.
그것이 바로
That is
지상 천국
the realization of the kingdom of heaven on earth, a world where there is no longer war, conflict, and discord, a world of freedom, peace, unity, and equality. Let us all rise and realize this world together. Today, all of you members of the first sub-district of Korea, join hand in hand and let us work together so that the people of Korea can stand proud before heaven, can stand proud before the world. I hope that you can become the heroes of this providence. May you once again make a firm pledge and resolve before heaven. With these words, I conclude my message. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let us give another big round of applause to our beloved, the true Mother of heaven, earth, and humankind for her precious words of truth. Let us put our hearts together and offer flowers to our beloved true mother. 정복형 and Yoon-young, a third generation blessed couple, will now offer flowers to our beloved true mother.
Thank you. Let us all give a big round of applause to true parents, everyone. Next, we'll hold a finale for the unification of Korea under the theme Lightning Candles and Carrying the Korean Flag for the unification of the Korean Peninsula and for world peace with true parents who have... Please rise from your seats, everyone. I would like you all to please get your phones ready for the finale. I'd like to ask everyone to please turn on the flashlights on your phones.
한국의 통일의 노래를 제창하겠습니다.
만장하신 애국 시민
Patriotic citizens and leaders,
우리는 오늘 대회를 통해서
through this rally
천운이
today,
한반도에 와 있음을 확신하게
we are certain
되었습니다.
that heavenly fortune is with the Korean Peninsula, and
남북 통일을 향한 우리의
let us
다짐과
all
결의를 묶어서
join in our resolve to achieve Vision 2020 and bring unity in Korea. And with this, I'll do 3 cheers of Okmanse to our Heavenly Parent and to our victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. And for the firm settlement of Cheonilguk. And for the 2018 liberation of patriotic martyrs and determination rally for the unification of Korea, Ong Manse.
감사합니다.
Thank you everyone.
오늘
Today,
말씀과
let us give again a big round of applause to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind for their precious words of life. Please give a big round of applause again to our true parents. True parents, thank you very much. True mother, thank you very much.
그럼 이상으로
With this, we conclude the 2018 Liberation of Patriotic Martyrs and Determination Rally for the unification of North South Korea. Thank you very much, everyone.